Rick Harrison, who played the lead role on Pawn Stars, was just given a shocking life term in prison. He used to be known for having a successful job, but now he is being accused of very bad things. Let's get into the specifics of this case and look into what happened in Rick Harrison's life to cause this big change. Rick Harrison, who is known for being on the TV show Pawn Stars, was just given a shocking life term. He used to be a well-known person with a successful job, but now he is being accused of very bad things. Let's get into the specifics of what happened and look into what made Rick Harrison's life take such a dramatic turn. Leave your thoughts on this case in the comments section below the video. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you want to know about the newest shocking entertainment news. Born on March 26, 1965 in Lexington, North Carolina, Rick Harrison is known as a smart businessman and TV star after his success with Pawn Stars. But it wasn't easy for him to become famous. That's where Rick lived most of his childhood after his family moved there when he was only 2 years old. The big problem in his life came when he was 8 years old and was told he had epilepsy. This meant he missed a lot of school. Rick wasn't going to give up. He was determined to learn, especially about history. He used his time at home to train himself to learn on his own. He knew a lot about history, which turned out to be one of his best qualities. Rick Harrison was born on March 26, 1965 in Lexington, North Carolina. After Pawn Stars, he became popular as a smart businessman and TV personality. But it wasn't easy for him to become famous. That's where Rick lived most of his childhood after his family moved there when he was 2 years old. When he was 8 years old, he was identified with epilepsy, which made his life very hard because he missed a lot of school. Rick wasn't going to give up, though. He was determined to learn on his own, especially about history, and used his time at home as a course in self-education. He knew a lot about history, which turned out to be one of his best qualities. Rick's life changed in a big way when he was 17. He got married to Kim, his girlfriend, because she was pregnant. They have 2 boys, Corey and Adam. They were married for 8 years, but in the end they got a divorce. Rick and his family moved to Las Vegas, Nevada in 1981. There, Rick's dad, Richard, opened a small store called Gold and Silver Coin Shop. By 1989, this shop, Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, had become a famous landmark in Las Vegas. It would later become the famous setting for Pawn Stars. It wasn't easy when the shop first opened. Rick and his dad had to deal with a lot of shady deals and weird people. Rick's sharp eye for finding old things and deep understanding of historical artifacts, on the other hand, helped the shop grow a lot. He built a good name for himself in the Las Vegas pawn world over time. Rick saw that the pawn business had a lot of untapped entertainment potential, so he started to think of a reality show that would show the interesting stories and daily chaos at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. The idea was turned down at first, but Rick didn't give up. After years of hard work, he finally got a deal with the History Channel. Pawn Stars started airing on TV in 2009. The show showed what pawn shops are really like, including tense negotiations, unusual and rare things, and interesting historical facts. People in the crowd met Rick, his son Corey, his father Richard Harrison, and his best friend Austin Chumley Russell. People quickly learnt who this team was because they reviewed everything from swords to rare collectibles. Rick's calm demeanor, skill at negotiating, and deep understanding of history helped Pawn Stars become a huge hit very quickly. The best I can do was Rick's famous line that marked the time when deals were either made or turned down. That being said, the show wasn't just fun, it was also very informative. Each show taught something about history, art, or culture, which helped Pawn Stars get a wide range of viewers, from kids who were just interested to history buffs and people who just liked to watch for fun. The Gold and Silver Pawn Shop went from being a neighborhood store to a must-see tourist spot under Rick's direction. People came from all over the world to see it, and some even got the chance to be on the show. Because the show was so popular, Rick started doing other things, like selling souvenirs, writing best-selling books, and even opening restaurants. His fame grew beyond the pawn shop and TV. He became a sought-after media personality who went on talk shows, did interviews for big magazines, and spoke at events about business. Think about what you think about this. Is it true, or did I get it wrong? Feel free to share your ideas below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the station so you don't miss any exciting videos if you're interested in strange entertainment news. People all over the world are still inspired by Rick Harrison's story of how he went from dropping out of high school to becoming a TV star and successful businessman. Not only is Rick Harrison the face of Pawn Stars, he is also the show's main creator and creator. He's known for both his sharp business sense and the way he keeps things cool on screen. Rick always keeps an eye on Chumley and helps his son Corey learn how to work in the pawn shop. Rick and his dad, Richard Oldman Harrison, were more than just father and son. They were also business partners, a bond that was formed over years of hard work and respect for each other. They built Gold and Silver Pawn Shop from the ground up together because they both believed in being honest, smart, and having ethics. When Oldman died in 2018, Rick kept making sure that the business followed the values that his father taught him in every deal and choice. Everyone knows that Rick became famous and rich because of Pawn Stars, but his personal life has also had its ups and downs. After the end of his first marriage, he married Tracy Harrison. They were married for 27 years and got a divorce in 2011. 2 years later, Rick married Deanna Burdett in a memorable ceremony in Las Vegas. The wedding was happy to carry the ring. Rick tries to keep his personal life out of the show, but the things he talks about on it show that he loves his family very much. Rick always tries to find a balance between his fame, his business, and his family life, whether he's talking about his kids or his dad. Rick Harrison was never satisfied with what he had accomplished. He kept growing his business empire. As his fame grew, he launched businesses other than the pawn shop. Rick opened Rick's Roland Smoke BBQ and Tavern at Pond Plaza, which is right next to Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. People from all over quickly became fans of the place, which had great food and a bit of star power. A best-selling book called Licensed to Pawn, Deals, Steals, and My Life at the Gold and Silver was co-written by Rick in 2011. It told his story. Fans got an honest look at the man behind the counter through his memoir, which was full of interesting stories, business advice, and funny tales from decades of working in the field. Rick kept building his brand and looking for new business chances because he was a real entrepreneur. Rick is one of the most well-known collectors because of how well he can value things. He has done this by dealing with Pawn Stars thousands of times. Rick has seen and appreciated everything from old books and cars to rare artifacts. But what makes him unique is that he is humble and sensible. When something is outside of his area of knowledge, he is always ready to call in someone he knows and trusts. He has been curious, careful, and sure of himself, which has helped both his business and the show do well. Rick bought the 2001 New England Patriots Super Bowl ring for only $2,600, 0 cents, but later found out it was worth much more. This is one of the most memorable buys he has made. People from all over quickly became fans of the place, which had great food and a bit of star power. A best-selling book called Licensed to Pawn, Deals, Steals, and My Life at the Gold and Silver was co-written by Rick in 2011. It told his story. Fans got an honest look at the man behind the counter through his memoir, which was full of interesting stories, business advice, and funny tales from decades of working in the field. Rick kept building his brand and looking for new business chances because he was a real entrepreneur. Rick is one of the most well-known collectors because of how well he can value things. He has done this by dealing with Pawn Stars thousands of times. Rick has seen and appreciated everything from old books and cars to rare artifacts. But what makes him unique is that he is humble and sensible. When something is outside of his area of knowledge, he is always ready to call in someone he knows and trusts. He has been curious, careful, and sure of himself, which has helped both his business and the show do well. Rick bought the 2001 New England Patriots Super Bowl ring for only $2,600, 0 cents, but later found out it was worth much more. This is one of the most memorable buys he has made. A Spanish treasure chest with gold coins found in the wreckage of a ship in 1715 was another deal that stood out. This find showed how much Rick loved history and rare items. Every time Rick Harrison makes a deal, he proves what fans have known for a long time. He is a businessman, but he is also good at telling stories, loves history, and is a master mediator with a sharp eye for what's valuable. Even though Rick Harrison has had a lot of success, his path has not been easy. When the FBI looked into him in 2023, it was a shocking event that shocked friends and people close to him. The FBI, the IRS, and the Department of Cultural Heritage Protection all sent agents to both Rick's home in Las Vegas and the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. It looked like something out of a Hollywood movie. People who were there said it was a crazy and chaotic place, while employees and customers were being held briefly while agents searched and took computers, documents, and a number of valuable items. Corey Harrison, Rick Harrison's son, was in the store during the raid. He later said that it was unbelievable because it happened so quickly and forcefully that no one had time to respond. Soon after, videos emerged of Rick being led out of his home by Secret Service agents. The videos quickly went popular and caused a lot of talk on social media. As more information came out, the government said they were looking into a complicated network of tax fraud, money laundering, and the trade of stolen culture items are both illegal. Banking institutions found some strange financial transactions, and some former business partners also complained, which led to the probe. Rick stayed cool, stable in public, and focused on running his business while the investigation went on, even though he was being closely watched and getting more media attention. Even though the whole truth hasn't come out yet, one thing is certain. Rick Harrison is about to go through one of the most important and exciting times in his life. Rick Harrison is still undeniably one of the most important people in reality TV. Rick went from being a quiet kid with epilepsy to becoming a self-made businessman and the star of one of the most popular cable TV shows. His story has long been used as an example of how to keep going even when things get hard and start over. But after the raid in 2023, his legacy became cloudy and unclear all of a sudden. In the weeks after the government investigation, the History Channel said they would temporarily stop making porn stars. They said they were keeping a close eye on the situation and would decide again once they had more information. At the same time, fewer and fewer people went to the gold and silver pawn shop. Talk about the scandal had died down from the level of noise that used to bring guests from all over the world. Rick's agent quickly denied doing anything wrong. They said that the study was a big mistake that would be cleared up soon. David Marshall, Rick's lawyer, told the public that Rick had always run his business in a clear and legal way. Marshall is a well-known defense lawyer in Las Vegas who has worked with many famous clients. However, as the case went on, a different picture began to form. The police thought Rick had planned a complicated scheme to lower the value of historical artifacts so he could avoid paying taxes on them, but he sold them for full market value in deals that were not recorded. Some of